What is up, YouTube? Live via satellite here, and today we are talking Kingdom. And in particular, guys, today we'll be talking about the top general in Kingdom. That's right, today we'll be talking about who I think is the #1 general alive right now in Kingdom. Now, when talking about generals in Kingdom, it can be very tricky because there's so many different things you can look at. You can look at their intelligence, you can look at their strength, you can look at their leadership, you can look at their instincts, you can even look to how savage they are and what lengths they're willing to go to win. But for this video in particular, I titled it the best, the #1 general, and I did that for a reason. I didn't want to say strongest, didn't want to say intelligent or nothing like that. And I did it like that, guys, because we're going to focus on the total package here. We're just going to focus on the general from like an overall perspective. And I'm telling you guys right now, it's my opinion, and it's probably going to be kind of controversial. You're probably not going to be expecting this name, okay? But just hang in there with me, hear me out. Because I'm not just going to throw the name out there and the end. No, I'm going to explain to you my reasoning here. I'm going to give you a little bit of the logic about like why I think this. And with so many names to choose from like Shohiken, Kanki, Hoken, Karen, Shibasho, To, Mobu, Yotawa, Osen, Raboku, Renpa, it might shock you that none of these generals are actually the #1 to me. Because there's one general out there who I think goes way under the radar. And I understand why. Because there really isn't much that we know about this general. But I'm here to tell you right now, today, that this general, in my opinion, is right now the #1 general in Kingdom, and his name is Koen. And if right now you're looking into the sky wondering who the hell is Koen, then you're the person I'm making this video for. Because literally this guy is one of the people that the Kingdom community should be itching to see. There should be legends revolving and circulating about this guy. Even though this character has yet to be revealed in the series, I am that confident that Koen will be the real deal. But earlier I did tell you guys that I was going to give you some logic and some reasoning to why I think this. And first, guys, we gotta start off with the obvious stuff. And the most obvious and most glaring fact about Koen is that he is the #1 general in Chu. Remember, back during Coalition War, we found out that Kanmei was #2, right? And we found out that Karen was #3. And we've seen what those two are capable of. Remember, the two highest ranking generals in all of Chin right now are actually To and Mobu. And Mobu, when facing off against the #2 general in Chu, was legitimately in a pretty even match against Kanmei, and literally beat him just through sheer will and determination. But just knowing that a beast like Kanmei wasn't the #1 general in his own state, and not only that, actually served under Koen at one point, just goes to show you the type of level that Koen was on. Now, I'm not going to say that he was stronger than Kanmei because we don't know that for a fact. But just seeing the type of strength that Kanmei had and the type of strength that Karen has, I seriously doubt that Koen is a weakling or that he's like just a strategist type of general. And the fact that he's from Chu also plays a role to me, because I actually look at Chu as being the final state that the Chin have to overcome. Because that state is literally a superpower. Just by the sheer size alone, you could tell they're powerful. They have like half the continent. And the size of the state also shows us how impressive Koen is. Because if you remember what we learned from Renbu-kun, he talked about how generals in Chu have a lot more competition to become generals due to the population and the size of their state. So becoming a general in Chu is a way bigger achievement than becoming a general, let's say, in a state like Yan. But again, one of the biggest things to me is that if Chu's going to be our last rival, our last state to defeat, and just imagining how much stronger and how much more growth the main cast is going to have, like Shin, Ohan, Moten, Kyokai, then the generals in Chu are obviously going to have to be on a whole nother level. Meaning that their #1 general has to be something special. But another big clue to me that Koen is going to be something crazy is actually the monikers or nicknames they use for him. One of his nicknames is literally the Tiger of Chu. Like when you think about a tiger, you think about a majestic, ferocious animal. Now, many people would like to tell you that the lion is the king of the jungle, but I'm almost positive that tigers would beg to differ. Because tigers are bigger, stronger, and faster than lions. What a lion does to take down its prey and our pride, a tiger has to do the exact same thing but solo. And that's the big difference between the two. Tigers like to work alone, and that may be another quality of the tiger that we can use to see a little bit more about what Cohen's personality may be like. Cohen is probably someone who enjoys solitude and working on his own. This is probably why he isn't prime minister, because when Chiron was offered the job of prime minister from Rienne, we see from their conversation that he had already talked to Cohen. So if you read between the lines, you could tell that he probably offered this job to Cohen first before bringing it to Chiron. And in this conversation, we actually learn another nickname of Cohen, which is called the Conqueror of the East. And something that Cohen told Rienne was that in spite of Chu being the state that spans the most land, it still has yet to utilize the full potential of its resources. And just from that statement alone, you can tell that Cohen is a very insightful general. And the way they call him Conqueror of the East, and the way you can tell that they have a great respect for his name, but just that name alone shows you that Cohen is probably the reason that Chu is as large a state as it is. They're not calling him the conqueror of a city or the man who took these castles. No, they're calling him literally the conqueror of an entire direction, like the entire East. And another thing that shows you just how ridiculous Cohen probably is that during the coalition, when things were really looking bad for the coalition army, the Chu king even said to Renpa that perhaps he had been too stingy by not sending Cohen. And he even flirted with the idea of still sending him anyway. This to me actually makes me think that had Cohen actually been at the coalition war, then there is a very real possibility that things could have turned out different. Listen, everybody loves to blame Verboku for the coalition war not turning out right, but the King of Chu may be equally to blame for his decision to not send Cohen to that battle, because just that decision alone may have been enough to tip the scale. But anyway guys, that's about all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Cohen could possibly be the best general in Kingdom? Do you think I'm nuts? Is there someone else that you may have had as the #1 general in Kingdom? Let me know in the comment section below. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and feel free to share, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.